Bring in the new year.
This meeting is being live streamed.
Sorry.
Welcome to Kiki and Kevin.
Right now.
Love after lockup.
Right now, but Mandy
said,
and
let's
Maurice
go.
ring in the new year. That's all I have to say is Mandy and Maurice ring the new year.
You said Tracy Trendy.
Yes. Ring Mandy and Maurice ring in the new year. Oh boy.
Good for those bitches.
Hi,
I would like to start off by saying Happy New Year.
Yes,
Feliz
Happy New
Año
Year.
Nuevo. And the other thing I would like to say is, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I got so drunk on last week's episode, and I really don't think I'm very much cut out for drinking games. So, Mary, keep doing your thing, but like, I need to respectfully abstain. I was not using the little shot glass I usually use. I was so drunk, I had to go lie down. I saw comments saying I was really funny. I remember nothing, and I feel really bad about it. Like, I don't even want to go back and watch it because I'm humiliated. So I'm going to try to like just stay.
You're going to try to restrain, you're saying?
Well, yeah. Like, I apparently cannot handle my liquor. So it is what it is. So you're sick.
Yes,
I'm sorry to hear
it. A thing going on here. Sinus infection.
thing.
My ears halfway clogged.
This is what's going on with Andrew's mom, and she ended up going home because of that. Sorry.
Okay,
baby.
so we have to come up with a word of the episode.
Yeah. Are we gonna have a moderator? No. Yes. No.
Yes, we are. She's
Wait,
here.
what's happening here? We already have this many people here. Oh my God.
Yes.
Mommy says
Yeah,
bad
she's
words.
here. She's
Did
here.
you hurt yourself? I thought I saw something about that, but maybe I read it wrong. Okay, look, people are here. Hi, this is exciting. Sorry for being late. I had like video camera issues and had to change computers, and then Mary's internet went out. Everything's going wrong.
Everything's going wrong, but everything's going right. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
Thank
New
you
Year.
for joining us.
Feliz
Thank
Año
you.
Nuevo. And may I just say the following. Congratulations. If you're watching this, you have lived another year.
Brianna,
What?
look who's back. And I was just thinking about her the other day. Literally yesterday.
Is it? Hi, I missed you.
We missed you,
Hi, Capricorn 11. Thank you so much. Look, I'm so excited. I got blurry. What is happening?
I don't know what's happening.
Much.
But we missed
She's
you.
in Costa Rica. Feliz
I
Año
was
Nuevo,
just
amor.
thinking of you.
Oh my God,
And I
that's so
actually
cool.
texted you over Christmas asking if you were back. So
Oh my
that's my answer.
goodness.
You're not back.
I hope you're enjoying Costa Rica. I have two colleagues on my team from Costa Rica.
And mommy has a grade 3 sprained ankle.
Okay, I was concerned, and I did see her post online today, and I hope you're feeling better soon because that sounded vicious.
That's a really sucky way to start off the new year.
Not only that, but like, thanks for showing up, because if I were you, I might not be here.
We appreciate it.
Yes, I would have called in
Stanley,
sick.
I'm happy that you finally caught one of our lives.
Do I know him?
He's one of our biggest fans. He's always commenting on our videos.
Hi, Stanley.
So I'm happy that he finally caught one of our lives.
Yay, well, I am too. And there's so much to talk about. And
this one in particular.
Yeah.
It's like overflowing.
It's overflowing. And I did say Happy New Year, but I would like to modify my statement, which I would like to say Happy New Year to everyone except for you motherfuckers who are sexist, racist, homophobic, transphobic, or any other kind of bullshit. You can kiss my fat white ass.
And I second that statement.
Oh, anti-Semitic also. Throw that in. All the isms, all the ists, none of it.
Yes.
We're not having it. We do not endorse that kind of behavior. Fuck you, bitches, and you know who you are.
Yes.
Anyway, and we always invite people to give their side of the story.
Yes.
So, yeah.
We are, our ears are always open. Always open.
Especially Mary's, and she will never write an article about you. On her new publication, Word on the Street Reality.com.
Yes.
Word on the Street Reality.com.
Yes.
So much traffic. So much traffic in 1 month that Google thought it was fraudulent and shut down the ads. I'm like, they've just never seen anyone.
I was like, what the fuck?
It's gotta be that there's so much traffic
I was
because
like, what the hell?
yeah, exactly. Girl,
I
you are
don't
the
know.
queen of the socials. And
I
meanwhile,
think
I'm like
so.
conspicuously absent from the socials. But I quit Twitter because fuck
Yes,
you, Elon
yes, you
Musk.
did.
He's
Yes, you
another one
did.
on my fuck you list for reals.
I'm
Anyway,
sorry, guys. Let me mute
sorry,
myself.
I'm sorry about all that. All that snot. I'll let you cough.
I will mute myself when I have to cough, so you guys don't have to hear my phlegm.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
so
that was my imitation of you.
Sex, lies, and prison wives.
Okay, may I please start out by saying the following?
Yes.
Gabby and Chris are just fucking gross.
Okay, we have to come up with a word of the episode first before we jump in.
Oh my God.
Okay, so what's going to be the word of the episode? Because my sinuses are clogged. I can't think right now.
I just know I can't drink too much. What's the word of the episode?
Okay, hold
Capricorn
on.
11. Give us the word of the episode. How about the word of the episode is all of the cast members, and if we say their name.
How about
You'll
cry?
just haven't seen it yet. Well, what are you doing here? Oh, no. Oh, no. She's responding to someone who's talking about 90 Day Fiance. I haven't either.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
I just know whatever it is, it's gross because Mary wrote an article. I saw the title, but I was at the beach, so I couldn't read it. Okay, so word of the episode is
cry.
Bitch. Is stupid cow a drinking?
No, stupid cow is not a drinking game. How about cry?
I don't,
Sure, cry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody cries on our show because if
as long as we don't make you cry.
Yeah.
But if we episode is cry.
In case we do make you cry, just want to tell you in advance it's Mary's fault.
Yes, it's all my fault because I feel like shit. So the word of the episode is cry or any variation. Cry, crying.
I would like to say that I will mostly be drinking diet root beer for the drinking word because I cannot do whatever I did last week. I'm very embarrassed. I'm not that good at drinking. I mean, I'm not that good at holding my liquor. So I want to start out because I want to talk about Gabby and Chris, who could easily make me cry. So here's to you, bitch. I don't like it. I don't like it. I find them both disgusting on a number of different levels. And it's like, she's getting what she deserves. She asked for that shit.
Tell us how you feel, Brianna. Tell us how you really feel.
I would like to cry. But, okay, so I've never been a big Gabby fan, just gonna say, because I feel like she tells lies. Like every story is inconsistent, and yet again, we are reminded that all of the various figures that she's given us for how much money Chris gave her, they change all the time. And then she did a live on Instagram saying Chris was a hired actor, in which case, by the way, he should be fired because he's a bad actor. Just saying.
I'm just gonna clarify that he was an unpaid volunteer actor.
Yeah, okay. More like hostage. Or he paid to do it. Whatever it is, that is not true. And we know this, okay, for all kinds of reasons. We got the intel, you know we do. We can't always tell you because we swear ourselves to secrecy, but that is bullshit. Do not believe that. And so they're gross. And my second reason for saying they disgust me was,
why else do they make you cry, Brianna?
Oh my God. Let me just boil it down to this. 2 pumps and a swirl. That's all I need.
And you know why he makes me cry in particular?
I do not.
When he walked up to her and said, I have so much cum for you. or something like that.
They blocked it out, and I was like, "What did he say?" Because I thought he was, I thought it was cock or pussy or something like that.
No. And the way he kept trying to grab her and saying, "I want to taste it."
That was really making me fucking sick.
Thank you.
And I don't know what she ever saw in him. And unless it was the money he was giving her, because he's a very unattractive man, well, although that's not a reason.
According to her latest TikTok live, it's not because of the penis, because the penis was
I don't know. Okay, but meanwhile, she said, "I saw the penis and it was not micro." She said that on the episode.
I know. And then she said the opposite and then she's on saying TikTok live.
Everything she says is a lie. You never know which flavor of lie it's going to be. Fact. That is the truth. So I don't like her. And I encourage you all to not like her along with me, because if you do, I question your value system.
And you will make Brianna cry.
I really will. Are we clear?
So they get married next to the 7-Eleven.
They get married next to the 7-Eleven. I've seen a little research saying their marriage is recorded nowhere.
Exactly. I mean, check out Mary Pants's little post on her page. I mean, you know. But anyway, so they get married next to the 7-Eleven. And they get in the car, and he makes the grand announcement, and his sister's like, "Yeah, and let's go."
Can you blame her? No reaction's the best reaction. I keep telling you this. You want to piss someone off? Do that.
Right?
See, now because I had to change computers, and now I can't see any of the comments unless I have glasses on. She needs a lie detector attached to her to beep every time she opens her mouth. Pretty much. Yeah, she's a big fucking liar.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Every time now I'm blurry again. See, I'm having technical difficulties. I'm gonna have to keep turning my camera off. Maybe I should just leave it off.
But I just wanted to say the one thing. Okay, one thing about the Chris and Gabby segment was you learned something that you didn't know. Did you know that you could get drunk off of tomato paste and sugar?
No, and I was fascinated. But here was the part that confused me. Well, no, you take that, right, and ferment it, or you make it. It's probably like some homemade still using a toilet or some stupid shit. But he's like, it could taste like tequila, it could taste like rum, it could taste like vodka, whatever you want. And I'm thinking, okay, that's the part I don't believe. It's your mind that makes it taste that way. Because what the fuck? Are you kidding? Oh my God, I could not dislike him more. If there's anyone watching this now, anyone who likes them or who likes Chris or has a good reason why we are full of, take responsibility for myself, why I'm full of shit, please speak now. And I am going to look very carefully at the comments with my old lady glasses to see if there's anyone who can defend any of this. I see vomit emojis. See, every time I go over here, I get blurry. This is going to be bad. Oh, I cleared up. Okay, nasty. Gabby's in it for the money. I have had banana wine. Of course you have. Capricorn 11. Were you in jail? That's all I want to know. Yeah, what money? She already blew through it.
Oh, my Lord.
We all hate you.
Clear out my sinuses here.
Do they ever do, like, you know how on other shows they have Nielsen ratings and things like that where they gauge popularity? Right. Has anyone checked in on this one? Is anyone enjoying watching them? Because I just can't stand them. I can't stand her. And my opinion dates back a while, and it could have made me cry at many points.
Oh, yes. Well, personally, looking at
Janet says, I would like to just say this because she's telling me that I am absolutely right about both of them. And I rarely hear, Brianna, you're absolutely right. So I had to like stop the show to make sure, because nobody ever says that to me.
But all I have to
say now you're blurry.
Is Chris, looking at Chris makes me cry.
Oh, yeah. I'm literally going to have to pour more rum for that. He is, but whatever he is, she is too. And you can't help the looks you were born with. I mean, I try whole lot of Botox and shit, but you can't help the face that you were born with. But his personality makes him really hideous.
Exactly.
He's like a sexist asshole. He has reduced her to tits and ass. That said, she's fine with that. He's disgusting. But she, of course, has brought that on herself because that's what she thinks she is equal to is tits and ass and lips and eyebrows and, vagina tightening. She's like, yeah, I got the virgin thing. And he's like, what?
And he couldn't even grasp the concept of it.
No, he could not. And then he's like, well, now I really got to start questioning her because I gave her a bunch of money. And if I knew she was going to spend it on that, I would have been pissed. Well, fuck yeah. But here's my question. What did he think that she was going to spend it on? Yep. Stanley says Flava Flav, and a lot of people, I've heard them say that a lot. A lot of people saying Junior Flava Flav.
Yes, Flava Flav.
All right, so insight. What do you think she ever saw in him? We've met them. We've not met him. So has she ever said anything to you about why she liked him?
The conversations?
The scintillating intellectual conversations. That's why. Because he is a real brain surgeon. They deserve each other. I know they're not together and the world's probably better for it, but they totally deserve each other. And she deserves whatever she gets from that because she has total control. Anyway, so
can I say one more thing before we move on?
So many things, yes.
Her mom was the MVP of this whole episode, I think, because her mom looked dead at her and said, Gabrielle, what are you, stupid?
Yeah,
Gabrielle, why are you coming to my job with this bullshit?
So then her mom handed her an envelope. I mean, she handed her mom an envelope and said, look at this. And then we don't know what it is, but she's been all over social media this week. And I got a feeling that what's in that envelope has something to do with what she's been talking about on TikTok, which is that she was charged with some crazy offenses. She's the one that should be in jail for so long.
Check out my word on the street that I just uploaded. But she was on TikTok talking about that she's going to kiss her lawyer, that her lawyer helped her beat her case. So
she should be in jail.
I don't know. I think maybe we put 2 and 2 together. Don't know, but we'll see.
If there are any parents here, tell me, what would you do if your kid came to you and said, look, I just married this creep and he's a freaking creep, whether he's been in prison or not. He's the creepiest damn dude ever. I don't like it. What do we hear? Stephanie. Christopher Walker is back in jail in New York. Chris was arrested on Tuesday, less than a week after his ex, Gabby, posted a graphic video on TikTok. That's old news, right? Was there something new? There's nothing new.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we know that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But let me say this. She was beaten.
Yeah, she
period.
Was.
And you all know, and people who say oh, it was just one punch. We saw much more of that video.
Yes. Okay? And no one deserves a
no. It was actually terrifying, and I almost have bad dreams. So this has nothing to do with that. And I don't believe that she got hit I don't know what led.
Deserved, and no. Bullshit. No.
And I'm sure she did instigate it because she's annoying, right? But that doesn't make up for it. It's terrifying.
That doesn't justify it. Yeah. That doesn't justify it.
And again, as another side to that this whole, like, black men are more likely to be incarcerated than anyone else. So everybody's got to be really, really careful if they love a black man, keep the fucking cops away. But like, there's just so much wrong with it. Like, yes, of course he ended up back in jail. Did she bring it? I can't even talk about this. There's so much shit. Let's just move on. I really don't want to talk about them.
Let's move on to the next hot
it upsets me. There's so many bad things. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the real news of the night.
Yes. Well, actually, do we want to leave the real news for the night last?
Yeah, because there's going to be so many comments.
Yes. Let's leave that for last, and let's move on to Ashley.
Yeah.
And Travis.
Yes.
Okay. And let's bring up the mood a little bit, because Ashley and Travis, they're funny. I mean, she's a fucking train wreck, Brianna.
I know.
She's a train wreck.
She's like me last week on this podcast, except every day. I'm like, why is every single time they show her, she looks either hungover or wasted? And when she's not, her mascara's like in huge smudges like under really her eyes.
Flustered.
It's like unbelievable. Really, it's funny, when she showed up to the prison, I thought, oh my God, when she puts herself together, she looks really good and stuff. But like, she's right back to being just like a drunk mess. She's a mess. And what did you think of Travis now that we got to meet him? I mean, I thought he was kind of sweet and cute.
I think he's sweet.
I think he's playing her, though.
He wants to do good, but he's playing her. He's playing her. He's playing her.
He says, he says, I did verbally propose to her when I was in prison.
Right, but my money
and my mind aren't quite there yet. So it's not just that he can't pay for a ring, although she seems to have plenty of rings, however, but also his mind's not there.
Well, he's hasn't been out of prison for 48 hours.
Yeah.
So the way he could be thinking of it is like, let me get adjusted to the outside world first, and then
that's pretty mature. But what I really actually was hearing is, now that I'm out here in the world, I want to play around. But we'll see. He seems like he's into her, but we don't know shit.
Catherine says that this couple kind of reminds her of Taylor and Chance.
Oh, interesting. In what way? Please, can you expound?
Yes, Catherine.
And that's Taylor's stepmom saying that. So that's interesting. Yes. Okay, so it sounds like what she's gonna say, what she might mean by that is like, he might get it together.
Yes.
So that would be good.
He might get it together. But I agree with Capricorn 11. Not tipping the pizza delivery guy was fucking tacky as hell.
100%. He was a little excited. He
left his hand hanging out like this.
Although, to be fair, he was naked. Like, I think he was just a little overstimulated at that point. I don't know. Maybe they will make it. Maybe they will be a Taylor and Chance,
but she doesn't trust him.
Yeah, she's putting her shit in the safe. I was like, does she think he's gonna steal her jewelry?
She's like, watch for mommy's stuff.
She's crazy. When are we going to interview her? Come on.
I don't know.
Let's get her on the show.
I don't know.
I want to talk to her.
And another example of you learn something new from the show. Have you ever heard of fucking meat rocks?
No. I have not. And how can we not? We've been doing a Love After Lockup podcast for how long? And we've never heard anyone talk about meat rocks.
2 new things in this episode alone. You can get drunk off of fucking sugar and tomato paste and this concoction called a meat rock.
I was disturbed.
Yes, so was I. Very disturbed.
I was watching Auntie's rant about this, and I was dying freaking laughing listening to her talk about the meat rocks. She's like, do you ever eat hot dogs? Do you eat sausage? Because hate to tell you, boo, that's what's up in there. That is what's in there. You're already eating the eyeballs and the feet and the beak and the asshole. Like, fact. But does anyone really want to think about it?
No, we don't. We don't want to think about it.
I was a little intrigued. He's like, no, they don't ever give you red meat in prison.
Just meat rocks.
Just meat rocks.
Meat rocks and bootleg booze made out of sugar.
Maybe they would get better behavior out of the prisoners if they fed them like some, some good organic vegetables and shit. They could grow it themselves as work duty. Yeah. Anyway, they're a mess. and she says something about who said they're not using protection? It was him who said it.
It was him.
Yeah, he's like, I plan to be with this girl for the rest of my life, so I definitely want to have kids with her. Of course, not right now, but no, we're not using protection.
Yeah.
Judgment. But see, we should expect these people to always have bad judgment because they're on this show.
Exactly.
And Matt Sharp and Sharp Entertainment, they would never cast someone who was just like boringly normal.
I was going to say good judgment and Sharp Entertainment do not go in the same sentence.
Hail to the no.
No.
And that's why we're here today. I could cry with joy.
Also, can I just cry?
I'm verklempt. Anyway, I was laughing at she's like, I love his body and those tattoos. They really help. Yeah, and I was thinking, he ain't all that. But and the tattoos really made it worse for me. And I like tattoos. But his are bad. Anyway, I wish them the best. I really do. And I voted for pizza in their segment.
Yes.
I was like, I get it. If I was gonna jump in the shower with Ashley or eat pizza, I'm going pizza.
Yeah,
sorry.
I get it. Pizza and beer. Yeah.
Pizza's usually my top choice of all activities. I choose pizza over most things. Fuck, I wish I had pizza right now. Okay, what else do we have to say about these people?
Excuse me.
He did say he wants to be on equal footing with her, and maybe that's what Catherine meant, was that she sees him as someone who he wants to start working. He wants to come to the relationship with some assets so that she's not, also there's power politics involved when your partner's the one with all the money. And he's aware of this. And he doesn't want to be her kept man because that comes with a whole lot of baggage, right? So I salute you, Travis, and I hope the best for you. Any interesting comments on here? This is going to suck. My whole system's off because I had to change computers.
Yuli, I feel you about wanting to throw a chancleta at the tell-all.
What is that?
Throwing a sandal at the tell-all.
Oh, okay.
At the 90-day tell-all. I don't know if you watched it yet, Brianna.
No.
But Yuli, I feel you. I watched it already, and I wanted to throw something at the fucking TV.
For real?
Yes.
Is it Angela?
It's Angela.
Stupid cow.
It's everything. It's just everything.
Okay, let's move on.
So,
where did our notes go? What's happening?
I don't know, Brianna. Where did our notes go?
Oh, okay.
Justine and Michael.
Sorry.
Justine and Michael. First of all, I am going to say, I wish I could show this.
I must have been drinking when I took these notes on Friday night. I'm like,
I wish we could share this picture somehow.
Thanks, SS, for saying I look great. I changed my eye makeup. What do you guys think?
Yes.
I heard that if you have lighter eyes, I should be wearing brown. Okay, anyway, I love their jammies. And
still probably not because
because your background. Put it in front of your face.
Put it in front of my face.
There. Okay, so I send her in the notes. I'm like, I'm loving the matching jammies. And I say, I'm going to order some right the fuck now. And then I'm like, you probably think I'm kidding. But then I copied and pasted the jammies I was going to buy.
And she bought those in pink.
And I got them monogrammed. But do you think Andrew got matching pajamas? Does anyone want to guess?
No.
Because of course he fucking didn't.
No, of course he didn't. Because Andrew's not a matching pajama type of guy.
He's not even a pajama type of guy at all. But also, okay, I have a total crush on him. He is so hot.
Listen.
What?
We all know about your crush on him. And his teeth.
You do not know the depth of my love. You may think you know. No, tell me. He has a really, really sexy smile. Every time he smiles, I'm like, whatever you want, honey. Like is it me?
Yes, it's you.
Really? Is there no one else so great?
Okay,
that smile? Else? Who else? Votes.
Who else? Okay, who else
okay.
in the audience?
Matching couples are weird.
Raise your hand if you think Mr. Montana Mills is sexy.
Come on. Russell Brothers Garage says I skipped them. I'm waiting for the drama to start. The drama's already starting. He is pretty.
He is pretty.
That's all.
And they're boring. They're boring.
They're boring now, but yeah.
I believe that WeTV and Sharp are trying to push them onto us as the next Brittany and Marcelino. Because Brittany and Marcelino are played out. They have maybe one more season left in them.
Ew, do you think they're coming back?
Yes.
Sick of them.
Yes, because they have to wrap up what's going on with their marriage. Remember how they kind of left it as a cliffhanger?
It's like, who cares?
So yeah, so they're gonna.
Okay, so maybe there's that.
Okay,
but I would like to say this. Have you noticed that this man is a straight up poet? He says things that are super profound. Yes, and on this episode, he said something that gave me chills. And this, I'm totally not joking. He called prison the cemetery of the living. Yes. And he's like, you're just here watching the rest of the world live while you're basically frozen in time. And I was like, this dude's a fucking poet. Oh, yeah, he's supposed to be a rapper, right? Maybe he writes some good lyrics.
Yes.
That is deep. He said some deep stuff. I really like this guy. I like him. And he was a drug dealer, right? Like he might have gotten way more time.
I have to admit, when he reunited with his family, in particular with his
cry.
Thank you. Took the word right out of my mouth.
I'm just raising my glass now instead of drinking it. I don't want to be that unflattering ever again. Yeah, he really loves his family. But I did not. Okay, I was getting Harry vibes when he's like, yeah, but I got to just take this call, hon. It's business. Then he started saying mocha. How many times did he say that? And if you don't know the mocha controversy.
Yeah, but mocha's his friend's name.
Yeah, I know, but I was starting to have flashbacks for some reason. But it's just like when Harry got out of prison on that first night, he already wants to go hang with his dudes, you know?
But the difference between Harry wanting to go hang with his dudes is he wanted to go to the halfway house, drop off chicken, do this, do that. Mocha was coming to him.
Right.
He wasn't like, oh, come on. I got.
And when we interviewed Harry, Mocha was coming to him too. And if you want to know what that is, go look up our interview with Harry.
Go look at our interview with Harry.
And the subsequent fallout that occurred. There was a lot going on there. But yeah, it was
But listen, if Justine wants to keep driving those luxury cars and dressing in those matchy Gucci sweatsuits and the matchy bling bling, she better let Mr. Montana Mills take all the phone calls needs to take.
Well, or work. She could also work. That's what I'm saying.
I don't see her working. I don't know what her occupation is.
Ladies, I am old, and that's why I feel justified in giving you advice. Always have your own fucking money. Never be with a man for money. It never goes well. Nope, it will make you cry and cry. So yeah, can we please, Mary, please get them. We need to interview with them because
you just want to
just
stare
need
into
to
his
look into
eyes.
his eyes. I do. And the world will fall away. I'll be like, Mary, can you just leave us alone for a minute?
What are we going to do with Justine? Are we going to kick her out too?
No, when he saw his kids,
Yeah.
I did want to cry. It was actually super deep. Now I hope he's sincere and not full of shit, because he could easily just be full of shit. And I mean, that's the editor's favorite thing anyway, right? It's like making you think someone's great, and then they're like, but they're horrible people, and he has 5 other wives and 20 other children, and he killed 2 people. You just never know. Okay, now you're fuzzy. Turn your camera off and back on. We are having technical difficulties on so many levels tonight. It's almost like it's not meant to be, but here we are, and it's meant to be. I gotta put on my old lady glasses and see if anyone's saying anything interesting. Drink Coke, yes. What? They didn't want to be on camera. Justine just wants to be happy while she still has paradise. Put her in the trunk of that tacky car. Well, that's a little aggressive. Capricorn 11's in Costa Rica feeling really pissed off.
And we're so glad to have her back.
Put her in the back of the car, the trunk.
We are so glad to have her back in her feistiness. Stick her in the trunk.
Put Gabby and Chris in the trunk of their car.
And Justine too. I agree. Justine's annoying as fuck too.
Just keep. I've already forgot his name.
Mike, Mr. Bells.
Mike. Just keep Mike out.
I will. Don't worry. We will.
He's a beautiful
Give me one
man.
Moment. I dropped something. I'll be right back.
See, now I'm blurry again. Why is everything going wrong?
I don't know, but we'll have technical difficulties.
Soft focus it might be better for me, though. Okay, I don't know what happened to Mary.
I'm here.
Gosh, your hair's so thick. It's so pretty. I'm very jealous. I'm going to click my camera off and on again. This is ridiculous. Okay. This is not the way to start. So many. That's why I'm all discombobulated, because I had to change computers.
Listen, it's better that we're all discombobulated this week and embarrassing ourselves than next week.
What?
When we have our special guests, Meredith and Jack from Constant Reality.
Oh, cool. 2 people?
Yes, they're a sister
at the same time.
They're a sister and brother team, and what we're going to do is like the lightning round that we did with Auntie for 90 Days Say What.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do a version of the lightning round with them.
Okay.
So.
Whatever you say.
We're going to work out the details. So if we're going to be a hot mess express, it's better that we
Catherine,
do it this week.
How dare you? Catherine asks if I'm cheating on Chaz. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, yes, she is. She's cheating on Chaz.
Just because she's going to be my 4th husband. I'm going to be his 6th wife. It's our little joke, okay? Anyway, anything else to say? Oh, yeah. Here's what I wanted to say. Why did they keep showing him like they were shooting him on a cell phone in portrait mode? Was that like Sharp Productions trying to be artsy, or what was that?
It was them trying to include Justine's cell phone footage, because you've seen Justine in the back, you know.
But that was
yeah, so I think that was
I feel like that was their attempt at being artistic, and it did not work for me. I was like,
no, not
try harder, do better. You guys get paid for this, do better. Just saying. Yeah. It's not about the Ethernet cable. Oh, well, I don't know what Mary's issue is. She's talking to you. I don't know. Okay, let's move on. Just please get him on here, because I love him passionately.
I know, and you want to stare into his eyes and run your fingers through his hair. Yes.
Hair. Yeah.
Yes, we know, Brianna. We know.
Chaz will understand.
Yes, Chaz will understand.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about Nathan and Skyler, and this is really weird. And for the record, I know you're coughing, so I'll take this opportunity to speak over you, which is just that, like, I think he likes her because she's pretty. I just have this whole feeling that, like, it's like Tiffany and what's his name? It's like he is just all about the looks. And that's what this dude, he thinks that Skylar is going to be awesome. And he was probably jealous of his friend when his friend was dating her. And everything we can tell so far, she's a bitch. Like these recorded phone calls, she sounds like a demanding bitch. I mean, is it me?
Yes, she does.
She sounds like a shrew.
Yeah, she does.
And he seems very sincere. Now, I'm sure he's no prince, but he seems very sincere.
But the thing that turned me off about him was, remember when we first met him, he said that she went back to prison. You know, that they met, that, you know, when they were together, when she was at the halfway house, and she went back to prison, and he wasn't going to discuss why, because it was disrespectful. No, you weren't going to discuss why, because he was
part of it. Exactly. It was partly his fault.
Exactly.
Right, which he brought up. Capricorn 11 says his beard is gross. I'm with you.
I'm with that
I think I texted you and said this dude is like the Shane Whitlow school.
Yes, he is. Yes.
I totally man get grooming.
That the beard, like,
is bad. His whole look has a problem.
Until this episode, when it was brought out that he was one of the direct factors that caused her to go back to prison, is like, no, I don't like you. You're shady. Like, instead of just saying, listen, you know, the reason why
I don't want to talk about it because I feel guilty or something like that. Yeah,
exactly. He's like, no, you know, it's disrespectful. Oh, it's disrespectful because why?
See, you don't want to show your ass. You don't want to be implicated. Yeah. Exactly. Now, so here's something very telling that I thought happened on this episode. His auntie, which one? Aunt Tina, is not cool with this union at all.
He has a lot of aunts whose names start with T. And I confuse them all. Okay.
That's why I had to refer to the notes. Yes. And she's not having it. And she's like, says she doesn't want him to end up dead. But like, I think she's worried that they're going to make each other use drugs. And that's what her mom's worried about that too.
Yes.
Like, isn't there a thing you're not supposed to hang out with other felons when you're a felon?
Yes.
I think there's a reason for that. They don't want you associating with people who, you know, who might trigger you to get back into your old ways. I don't have a good feeling about it.
The other thing that wanted to make me cry was when Skylar's mom said that she couldn't do this anymore. Like, this better be the last time because she can't do this anymore.
Want to know what's going to make me cry? What makes me want to cry?
Wow.
About this is that she likes cow art.
Oh, yes.
I just feel like any relationship that starts with cow art is destined for bad things, unless you own a dairy or something like that.
Yeah, no, cow art.
He doesn't know what throw pillows are, and she likes cow art.
Yes.
So who's gonna win, Auntie Tina or Auntie? What's her other name? Tara. Tina. Yeah.
I don't know.
I like though that when Aunt Tina was pulling away, she said, "Tell him I love him."
Yes.
And she does. Like, sounds like she's got his best interest at heart, although she looked exhausted.
She wants to slap the shit out of him.
She just looked like, I mean, she had a little bit of an Ashley look about her, but maybe he's just put her through the damn ringer. Because I could imagine that happening. Like,
I mean, he just came out of prison himself. I'm sure Antina, you know, was drew the emotional rigor for that.
Well, and, we find out that like he basically was orphaned, and you know, I'm sure a lot of these people, these felons, that they don't like this doesn't just happen randomly. A lot of them come from fucked up backgrounds. And, or they're on the wrong side of the race card, because that's another big thing.
Yes, that is a huge
You
thing.
find out like some of these black men have been in jail for decades for something some white chick or white dude got out in a year. Like, so this stuff there's a lot of factors involved here. And so I don't want to judge. Maybe, he deserved it. Maybe he didn't deserve it. Maybe they'll trigger him. I think he's with her for the wrong reasons. And yes. I think once they're together for a while, he's going to realize this. The only other thing I have to say about this segment is, have you guys noticed that all the calls are by some company called GTL? And they're always like, GTL's calling.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, GTL must be sponsoring this. And I keep forgetting to look at like the final comments, because they say that company name every 10 seconds. So Capricorn 11 might know something. I feel like she knows all things. All right, I'm going to scroll back to...
So now we're going to get to the meaty part.
Before we start, okay?
So much to talk about.
First of all, I'm fucking pissed, but I also really want to get interviews with these people.
It doesn't matter. I want to get interviews.
No holds barred.
Interviews.
But not at the expense of our integrity.
No, but not to the expense of our integrity. Two wrongs don't make a right. I just want to start off by saying that right.
It's problematic.
Two wrongs do not make a right.
Right.
Bat shaming is wrong.
Right.
Transphobia is wrong.
All of it's wrong. And we are talking about Monique and Derek.
Identifies as a woman, and she should be respected as one. Just because she has a nasty and stank attitude.
She's a bitch.
Okay, Monique, both of them are. Not for nothing. Monique's a bitch too.
Yeah, well, and we don't see how, like, the extent of it until you start seeing her post on social media.
But the problem
which are transphobic as shit.
But the problem is when Monique on screen, see, my problem also with Monique on screen is that she seems to send her sister to fight her battles first, because her sister walked over there. Let's start from the beginning. So much to unpack. So the white man pulls up and they're like, who is this? And it turns out to be all of Derek's siblings. And Monique thought that she had an agreement with Derek that they were going to meet them at the barbershop, that this was going to be their moment.
Right. Okay.
So instead of walking over there herself, introducing herself, this is my opinion, introducing herself and saying, hi, listen, I don't know if there's a miscommunication, but I thought that I was just going to be here and y'all were going to meet us at the barbershop. She sent her sister over there.
I mean, to me, she should take this up with him.
Right, but
away from his family, like you're trying to make an impression.
Right, but
don't do anything at the moment.
Right,
at that minute, understand.
If she really felt the need, she should have walked over there herself.
Of course.
Okay, and not send her sister there.
And so I think Calandra, her sister, feels protective, right? And is convinced that they're going to start attacking her, which they did. Because there's not one person there who was a decent human being except for Calandra.
Calandra handled it the best way she could. Okay?
She was protective. She was a little on the aggressive side.
But she was protective. But Monique, if she's going to do this whole thing, she needs to put on her big girl panties.
Yeah, stick up for yourself.
Either stick up for yourself, or like you said, take it up with Derek when he gets there.
That's what the polite thing to do is. You take your partner aside and say it.
Okay. But if she's so possessive of him
and selfish,
and not for nothing, sees him like some type of possession.
Obviously.
I'm not going to allow him to see his sisters.
I don't like that bullshit. Do not tell any grown person that they're allowed or not allowed to do anything. But when they talk, he's like, yes, I did want them all there. I was just trying to make you happy, so I rode in the car with you.
Right.
And they're like, who's this bitch? Like, we've never met you, and this is our brother, like, from our whole lives.
Exactly.
So sorry.
Exactly.
You know? And didn't he lose his mom? Like, he also has lost a parent. And so I'm sure the siblings are very close. That said, they were bitches. And the shit they said about Monique was horrible.
Horrible, uncalled for. Elizabeth did not have to take the picture and do the post.
It was horrible.
Elizabeth was fucked up for that. Elizabeth was fucked up for that.
Big time.
Okay.
That was really, really gross.
Transphobic, but two wrongs do not make a right.
No, absolutely not. And in case you haven't seen it, there have been a lot of transphobic posts this week about her, and Monique has been reposting them. Which is like, you're co-signing that shit, bitch. And that is wrong. That is wrong. That said, I find Elizabeth to be heinous. She's all like, my hair. She's just jealous of my hair and my tits. And I'm like,
everything about this was heinous.
Disgusting.
Everything about it.
Except for Calandra, who tried to take care of her sister. But
Calandra
still,
always tries to go the high road. But she's always dragged down because of the circumstances.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
None of this.
I don't like it at all.
No.
I mean, not for nothing, even to the last moment when Derek, Calandra, and Monique were in the lobby, and Calandra was like, I'm going to go back to my room now. I just want to make sure everything's okay. Monique was like so dismissive of her. She was like, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry.
I know. And Calandra's like, she's going to be here for 2 weeks away from her people with this guy's family who's already hating on her, Right. I mean, that was Monique so rude.
Was like so dismissive and rude of her. She was like, yeah, I'm going with him now. Bye.
We might end up really hating her, I
don't like it. I don't like it.
I really wanted to be on her side too.
And I'm sorry to say, but if you don't want people to fat shame you, then don't throw around transphobia. Because two wrongs do not make a right.
It sounds like you're saying it's karma, but no matter how she processes the transphobia comments, they're gonna come after her weight anyway. So if you don't like them, don't do that. She's gonna get the hate either way. But never with the transphobia. Okay, so that said, Elizabeth is like sells sex, some kind of sex. She's a sex worker and has gross ads up.
Yeah,
like,
she does.
Sex,
yes,
cool,
she does.
but like her ads are like they're really scary.
Elizabeth is a sex worker, and
she's a slut. And she has a bad attitude. I don't like it. I don't like her one bit.
And it's just gross all around. And it just wants to make me cry. Cry.
No, don't be sending me any pictures from her OnlyFans. Mary's got some friends online who subscribes to every bloody cast member's OnlyFans.
No. What happens? Listen. I'm going to clarify this.
What had happened was...
Okay, no, listen. I'm going to clarify this on my source's behalf because you make it sound like this person is a pervert that just subscribes to every cast member's thing.
Okay, it's research.
Listen, when you subscribe to certain OnlyFans accounts, like the major accounts, you are allowed previews to other minor accounts. So these cast members, all these 90-day cast members, are considered minor accounts. So my source is a subscriber to a major OnlyFans account. I don't know which
one.
one. I don't know which one.
Find
I don't
out.
know which one.
Find
I'll find out. I'll find out. But one of the major.
Find out.
I will find out. And therefore, when you subscribe to a major, OnlyFans account, I guess a major income, provider.
Did your source tell you this, or do you know from experience?
My source told me this.
Do you have any OnlyFans subscriptions?
Do I have any OnlyFans subscriptions? No. I don't need them. I have a source.
Does Mike have one? If Mike has an OnlyFans,
I'll find out.
I'll subscribe. Yeah.
Good Lord.
What else do we have to say about this before we? Oh, just that fucking. Does anyone know what the word misophonia is? Misophionia.
Oh, and the other thing I want to say, is Derek, BBW is
it's a big, beautiful
woman.
Yeah, you had your little acronyms wrong.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. So misophonia is a name for a condition that makes certain sounds cause extreme anxiety for you. And I have it.
Okay.
And one of the things that really triggers my misophonia is kissing sounds. And there were so many fucking kissing sounds. I started getting like panic attacks from it. I was like, stop. Does anyone else have misophonia? Things like hearing people chewing sounds, or like when people's fork tines are like clicks into their plate. My poor husband. God. I'm always like, can you please stop that? I'll have to leave the table. I can't do it. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Or people slurping.
How are you able to sit through Chaz's scenes then?
It was hard. I didn't like it.
I mean, that was horrible.
That was more the visual. Because that was like, he was like a Muppet. He was like Kermit the Frog tries to eat. I like that when we talk to Chaz, he's like, by the way, I'm not a shitty kisser. I'm really, really not. It just looked bad on camera.
Yeah, he says he got a bad edit on the kissing. The kissing was a bad edit.
I don't want anyone to ever take video of me kissing ever.
Okay, Capricorn 11 agrees with you. Kissing and chewing sounds are gross. And Christina agrees with you. People chewing makes her cringe.
Yes. And this is a freaking medical condition. It's not just I don't like it. Like, people have to go to like cognitive behavioral therapy for some of these things. There's a lot of misophonia triggers. I've even read
Google
stories.
It, people. Google it. It's real.
Google that shit. Miso, like the miso soup, plus phonia. Like you're on the phone, except it ends in IA for reals. It's a thing. Anyway, people have to go to therapy for it and shit. I've even read stories of people who like cannot eat dinner with their families. It's this is a real thing, and this affects me a lot.
That's enough to make me want to cry.
Okay, this is the end of it. I hope I'm too. See, I didn't know how drunk and sloppy I was. I have not watched that episode. I don't want to see it. But am I like that right now?
I don't think you are.
Okay.
I don't think you are.
Okay, then I'm going to finish my shot. That's the end of it. Oh my God. Yeah.
I don't know, do we have anything else to say?
There's something I want to say, but it's so rude.
Oh, just say it.
I just did not realize all those pictures of Derek in prison with all the muscles.
Yes.
And by the way, those are sexy ass dreads. You know how I feel about dreads. Anyway,
Brianna likes
sexy dreads. Nice but I didn't realize he's tiny. And I am 5 feet tall, and I'm thinking, he's like 5'2", this dude. He really is.
He is. He's fun size.
Like Davy Jones of the Monkees.
He's
Those
fun
of you
size.
who are old like me, I looked up his height last night, and I was like, My first love ever was Davy Jones from the Monkees. And I know it's because I was 5 and he was 5 feet too. And I was just like, we're perfect for each other. Anyway, he's tiny. So like, she's like a head taller than him too.
She even said that she was buying him clothes in small, and she was like,
right, she was freaking out. But I loved what he said, and I just want this to be real. And yet I know these people are all full of shit. After we've met enough of them, we know that like nothing we see can really be counted on. But he's like, I love that she's taller than me, and it just wants me to like make me take care of her even more, and to, you know, like he was really
her and step up my game.
Yeah, he was very size positive, so I appreciated that, and I thought he was insecure, although also kind of desperate. Like, get out of here! I have to fuck her. Like it was just like, you
take them clothes off, baby.
I know that yeah. I like his dreads. But here's what freaked me out. He didn't wash his hair for an entire year in prison. I mean, you can wash your hair with dreads, you know.
I know.
You just squeeze the shampoo through them. It doesn't mean you have to like comb it out. I was like, yo, what? I bet your scalp's pretty fucking itchy. Says the chick who hasn't washed her hair for like a week and a half. I'm going to examine the notes.
You examine the notes. See if anybody has anything. If anyone says
he's short. Yes, he is. Okay. Fucker. What? Okay. Gabby and Chris are so ick. Yeah. LOL. No, it's bad, Chaz. What? Okay. Okay, what? I don't have it to the point that I can't eat with other people. I don't either, but certain people do certain things, Capricorn 11. And when I say people, I'm talking about the person in the other room that lives with me.
Yes, like, she has complained about it.
You can eat, okay, pretend this is my fork, these scissors. Mm-hmm. You know how like most of us use our forks like that? Mm-hmm. What if someone was constantly scraping the tines? Do you know how like fingernails on a chalkboard? That's what's happening there. Okay, and yeah, he's short. Which is, there's nothing wrong with that. Because I am 5 feet tall, but compared to Mary, I'm tall.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you are.
Okay, what else? Okay, I don't understand that. Self-diagnosable people with misophonia can become irritated, enraged, or even panicked when they hear their trigger sounds. And here's what's interesting about this. Oh my God, I'm blurry again. Why is it happening? Let me turn my camera off and on. Here's the thing. My husband has it too. The man who triggers.
Really?
Totally.
The man that triggers you has it too.
Yes. So, first of all, you met my husband. He's so nice. Like, he's so much nicer than I deserve. He's the nicest man, and he just puts up with me, but he triggers the fuck out of me, man. Can't handle it. But the kissing sounds the worst. And I feel like Sharp does it on purpose. It's like,
yeah, oh yes, they do. Definitely, they do have that shit on purpose.
I hate them. I love them. Does anyone else have anything to say? Did she put a camera? Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Catherine.
Yes, she did.
She put cameras in his grandmother's house.
Yes, the sister said that online. Yes.
But she said it. She said it on the show.
She said it on the show, but the
just like let that go by, and it's like, okay, get a little clue into this woman's behavior. Is she insecure? Possibly, probably. Is there more? I feel like that's some crazy control freak shit.
Yeah.
I don't like
it. I don't like it.
Also, what I say too is that when you start digging around in someone's shit, you better be ready for what you find. Don't do it. Don't go through your partner's phone. Don't go to their email. Don't go to their iCloud. Like none of this stuff. Leave it alone. And if you don't, be ready for what you find.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't read their journals. Like, People have private thoughts, all those things. Let them have it. You don't want to know what's in what your partner's brain.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Any other comments? Do you have anything else to say? You poor thing. We've kept you up so late. No, for real. That's illegal. It's illegal.
It is
Good
illegal.
point.
Illegal, immoral.
She has access to his phone. Yes, she does. She
does.
She set up the passcode. There's so much wrong with this. I mean, tell me, what would you do if Brian had cameras in your place
he
watch you? No,
he
because he doesn't give a fuck what you're doing. But let's say he did, and he had cameras stationed all around to make sure he knew what you were doing.
I would break them all.
My stepsister used to be married to a guy who did shit like that. That is so fucking wrong.
I would break them all.
No, that is fucked up. But you didn't know they were there? All I can say is don't read my journal. And I said this as someone who just looked up I have all my journals, but I'm like 13 years old, 14 years old, 15. And I looked at them 2 days ago and I was like, I need to burn these before I die.
Oh my God.
I don't want anyone to ever read this shit. Please,
you
God.
So funny.
It's true. I have nothing else to say. Do you?
Neither do I. I'm fading.
I want to tell you one last thing.
Yes.
I made gumbo, like with real
I know
roux.
You told me. Yes.
Okay, but I'm telling everyone else because I need them to know that I'm more than just a pretty face. I can cook gumbo too. I made gumbo with a roux and I stirred it.
I'm sorry.
What?
Christy's ex-husband bugged her car and her phone.
No.
Oh my God. Girl. Psycho people out here.
My sister's ex-husband was like that.
Crazy.
That is the best way for you to never see me again because I'll go in fucking witness protection. You will never see me again. That's creepy.
That is.
And also,
creepy.
may I just point out that if you're the paranoid one and you're feeling like you should bug your significant other's phone or put cameras in their house, you're with the wrong person.
Yes, you are. Definitely. That's
be with the person
sign that you're with the wrong fucking person.
Yes. Never be like with someone who makes you question.
That you're with the wrong person. Bam.
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 I never would have to do that with my husband. Never.
That is a huge red flag.
Big time. Big time.
A fucking banner. A billboard.
That is terrible. And I also am sorry you went through that.
Yes, we are so sorry.
I'm glad you are not with that person. Any other final statements?
Check us out next week. Constant Reality Check podcast. Meredith and Jack will be joining us.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing a lightning round. Hopefully my sinus infection will be gone by then and my brain will be clear. And I'll be less like blah.
And please go see Mary's new publication, wordonthestreetreality.com. She's kicking ass. Really
I just did an article on our not so favorite racist of 90 Day Fiance, Angela Dean.
Fuck that bitch.
Check
it out. I can't wait to see the tell-offs today.
Part one of 4 parts.
Are they trying to make us feel sorry for Angela? Because I do not give a fuck.
So basically, yes. I feel like that they're turning her into like the new Darcy. She's crying every fucking 5 minutes.
Whatever.
Okay. Michael broke her little heart. Well, you know something, Angela? You're a piece of shit. Fuck you. Check out my article. And I
feel like he has Stockholm syndrome.
No, he definitely has.
You know what I mean? Syndrome. Jesus. It's fucked up. Okay. Well, thanks so much for being here. For joining Mary, thanks for coming even though you were ill. Yes. Feliz Año Nuevo. Happy New Year.
And we'll see you next week.
Yes, for sure. Be here.
Channel.
Bye.
Bye.